Okay. Welcome, beautiful people. Uh, this is Prime Media Studio, and I'm here just to give it a bit as regard the happening in the country at the moment. My name is Prosper Michael, and today we will look at the tidbits that make the headline in the dailies, and a lot of stories here and there, things happening, the election, this from the supplementary election, and to some of the statement from major players in the industry. A lot of comment. We can see a lot of people saying. Government is not just it's about efficiency, delivery, not sainthood. These are some statements, and of course some very bad stories from different angles, especially from the south, from the Kaduna state, and also some really unbelievable story happening in Adamawa at the moment, and all this part of what will be given to us. So you welcome to Prime in the studio. So I'm just going to be solo today. So I believe and I hope that you get to get the best from this small piece of information. So I'm going to be starting from the story on the Vanguard newspaper, and there we can see the minister of in person of Fashola, Minister of Works and Housing. Yeah, he's talking tough in this area, and I think the headline says governance is about efficiency, delivery, not sainthood. These are some of his comments. So it's not just all about, according to him, it's all about what can you deliver. It's all about what you can deliver. So, and I'm very sure a lot of people will not just agree to this. It's not about sainthood. Of course, you need to have a good moral standing to be able to convince people otherwise. So, but this is what he's saying. So that's on the when you go to Punch Vanguard newspaper, you will see this and the Vanguard. So that's what it said. So it's not about sainthood, but rather what you can deliver. That's what Fashola says in the Vanguard. So when we look at the Punch, there's one big story there that is really creating a lot of let me use words, gathering momentum, because the end of that story is still unraveling. It's just the beginning of it, because the election, the supplementary election was held in the Adamawa state, and before the election was rounded up, the REC has already declared Benani the winner, and these people would not find this funny at all. And as we speak at the moment, the REC and other personnel that are involved in declaring the Benani winner, when normally it's not his position, the Residence Electoral Commission is not his position to actually declare any winner at that stage, but he went ahead and declared Benani the winner, and as a result, INEC quickly the office the INEC office in Abuja quickly stepped in and invited them to come over to face panel in Abuja today as we speak. So, but this would have been a very fantastic story, seeing a woman governor in that state. But the case is still ongoing, and they have all been invited to Abuja to come and explain the hasty in declaring Benani the winner when all the result has not been properly collated. So you see that in the Punch newspaper. So, and we move on to the dailies. We see that the killing, the brutal attack in South Kaduna, and South Kaduna to be precise, is still very at a high level. There was a disturbing story this morning that about 33 people were killed and 40 houses were burnt. The story was that some of them, it was still early hour of the day where people were still sleeping, and these gunmen came in based on the story we saw on the dailies. They came and split into three groups and opened fire on the residents, shooting sporadically, setting houses ablaze. This is a tragic story, because how can you just be in your house sleeping? The next thing you hear is a gunshot everywhere, fire burning, running. You don't even know where to run to and all that. It's a pathetic story, and the question is, why Kaduna again? Why always Southern Kaduna? Why can't government nip this in the bud? Why can't they take care of this situation? The killing, I'm kind of imagining how many people are left in that state where the killing has become the order of the day. Every day we keep hearing story in that environment. No social numbers have been killed and all that. This is just recent. So how many people are left in that state? And what is the governor, the chief executive of the security, what was he doing about this situation? If there's a need to declare state of emergency, I think this state should be considered for such, so that to be able to handle this kind of escalating situation. People are just dying like animals. So it's not. This is pathetic. So if you want to get the full gist on this, you can just go to Daily Posts, and you will see all the whole details as regards that story. Then the other one over there, and still on the Daily Post, we're talking about 2023 polls, anger, controversies as Beavers fails to make the difference. People were really hoping to see the game changer, because Beaver was actually tagged the game changer for this election. And this actually make a lot of people, those that don't even have PVC, to actually go ahead just to make sure that they believe that with Beavers, the story will be different. And a lot of people actually went ahead to register, so that believing that their vote will count. But we see the malfunctioning and the intentional. In some places, I think they want to make us believe that the network fails in some of these areas. But especially by National Assembly result was uploaded, the president's result could not be uploaded. We can see that there is this form of sign of sabotage in these areas. So based on what we understand about these Beavers and all that, it was supposed to perform optimally. It was supposed to give a true reflection of people's vote and all that. But what we're seeing right now, it appears to be that it's a failure. That's what we're saying this write-up. So a lot of people are not really comfortable, and what they expect is not what they are saying. And this is really creating a raising dust all over the place. So to get a gist on these Beavers, the story on the Daily Post, just go to dailypost.com.ng. You will see all the details on the site. So then moving on, we also look at one other story that is not too good at all. The NDLEA arrests police students ordered with illicit drugs. These are students in possession of some illicit drugs. And when we read further, we discover that some of these drugs were actually substances that the government actually frowned at. They have been not be allowed to be in the system. But you find some of these drugs in the hands of students in the school, and they were able to arrest them. And some of those drugs were codeine-based cough syrup, about 283 grams of cannabis, and dealing in illicit drugs and all. This were what we were caught with, and this person actually, right, the students of the in the net of NDLEA. So this is really not good at all. You expect to go to school and learn, and what you've been seen carrying these drugs. And so that's what is happening in that environment. And I think this is taking place. This happened in Ogun State, to be precise. So that's in the Punch newspaper. When you go to punch.com, you will see that news there. The police students orders with illicit drugs. You're supposed to go to school and learn, not to go and be carrying drugs. Okay, so this you're still watching the Prime Media Studio. I'm solo today. So then there's one that story again in the still in the Punch newspaper, talking about aviation unions to ground flights today, Monday. So and that's when they want to ground flights, and their reason is that what the agreement they had with the government has not been properly implemented. The minimum wage has not been sorted, and so they said they don't have options rather than to embark on a one strike today. 2 days one strike. So the story is on the Punch newspaper, and you can imagine no aircraft will be allowed to fly. That's what the aviation workers are saying. No air flight. This will really affect a lot of businesses because a lot of people will not be able to make it to their work and all that because a lot of people use this medium to move around, to go to appointments and all that. But now it's a threatening, it's one strike, and we start today, Monday. This really a lot of people passengers stranded in Lagos, Abuja, and other airports in the country. So this is what is happening in the Punch newspaper. So we hope the government quickly step into this and to see how they can make this to the board. There are some things that should be taken likely for the delay about minimum wage. The system is so, but let me use what for us right now, difficult situation everywhere. And the wages of people shouldn't be employed at the moment. Okay. Then there's one more story. I think this story is juicy. I use the word juicy because what we want, what almost average citizen want, is a sense of belonging, where they'll be able to make suggestions and or bring out the complaint, and the government will be able to respond to it swiftly. And we saw in the nation that Lagos State government, they have upgraded their platform, feedback platform, to aid participatory governance. So what they want everybody to be able to contribute to the government by through your smartphones or through any mediums. So when you log into the platform, you will see maybe for example, there's some issues in the environment that's not resolved, that's causing a lot of trouble for the community. You can actually go to this platform and be able to reach the government. Lagos State has unveiled Lagos Citizen Gates 2.0, targeting 13.6 million smartphone users to ensure participatory governance. So they want everybody to participate in the government. So this platform, you'll be able to air your views and bring out suggestions and advise the government accordingly and all that. So they don't want anyone to be left out. So that is what that platform is meant for. So to get details on this, just go to the Nation, and online you'll get the full gist of this story. Okay, you're still watching the Prime Media. Okay, this is for this moment. I'm going to take this. When I end it here for this moment, of course we'll be back again to give us more gist as regard the happening in the country. And the forest stories and so on and all that thing. So you have a wonderful time this morning. See you next time.